Welcome to lesson 3 of molding and curing of bricks. Our substrate for today is molding bricks. Before someone can mold a brick, the person needs to go through the mortar preparation stage. So let's now look at the tools one needs to obtain when it comes to preparing mortar before moving on to molding of bricks or blocks. So the basic tool one needs to get when it comes to the preparation stage include spade, shovel, headpan, gauge box, wheelbarrow, etc. Looking at spade and shovel, all these are tools needed when it comes to mixing of your mortar. Headpan, gauge box, wheelbarrow, they are also needed when it comes to batching your aggregates in the right proportion. So these are all the basic tools one need to get when it comes to the mortar preparation stage. So this is the image of headpan, gauge box, spade and shovel. So one needs to obtain all these tools when it comes to the initial preparation stage before moving on to molding of bricks or blocks. Now our mortar mixing process or steps. 1. Batch and spread sand onto the platform using spade, shovel, headpan or gauge box. Step 2. Batch and spread cement evenly onto the sand. Step 3. Use the spade or shovel to mix the cement and sand to obtain a uniform mixture. Step 4. Heap your mixture using the shovel or spade. Step 5. Sprinkle water, which is depending on the usage of the mortar, on heaped mixture. And finally, mix the mixture until a uniform paste is obtained. So this is the process one need to go through when it comes to mortar preparation before moving on to molding of bricks or block. So in summary of all these, the first thing which one need to do is that you first need to batch your sand, your cement onto your platform using your shovel, your spade, or your gauge box. After obtaining these mixtures, you now mix them completely in order to obtain a uniform mixture using your shovel and spade at this time. Then you move on to heaping your mixtures by using the same shovel and spade. And when one heap the mixture, is also a technical way of obtaining a uniform mixture. From there, you now sprinkle water onto your heaped mixture. And as you keep sprinkling water on your heaped mixture, this is where the water now goes to every angle or every part of your mortar. And once the mortar receives water, you continue to mix it gradually until a uniform mixture or a uniform paste is obtained. So now that we have our mortar ready, let's now move on to the molding stage. Molding concrete bricks, or the process or the steps. So basic tools needed for molding concrete bricks include mold box, headpan, tamping rod, gauge box, shovel and spade. All these are tools we need to get when it comes to molding of bricks and blocks. Stages for molding concrete bricks. 1. Assemble the wooden mold box onto a pallet or platform and oil the internal surface of the box. So the first thing one need to do when it comes to bricks and block molding is to assemble your wooden mold box onto a pallet or a platform. Then after assembling this, don't forget to oil the internal surface of your wooden mold box or your metallic mold box. The reason is that when you oil the internal surface of your mold box, this prevents the mortar from sticking to the initial surface or the internal surface of your mold box. That is why it's advisable to oil the internal surface of your mold box. Step 2. Fill the mold box with mortar to the brim using shovel or spade. Step 3. Use the tamping rod to consolidate or to ram the mortar in the mold box. So after filling the mold box with mortar, the next thing you need to do is to use your tamping rod to push the mortar to other corners of your mold box. And by so doing, it helps to bring all the air spaces out of your mixture. Step 4. Add more mortar to fill the mold box to the brim and tamp again. Step 5. Use the tamping rod or your straight edge to level the top surface of the bricks in the mold box. So after adding more mortar to the brim again, the next thing you need to do is to use your tamping rod or your straight edge to level the top of the brick inside the mold box. And by so doing, you end up obtaining a uniform level when it comes to your mixture and at the same time your mold box. Step 6. Dismantle the brick mold box by removing the fixed wedges, side and front frame of the mold box to get the brick molding. So the final thing which you need to do is that you now remove all the wedges around your brick. And after removing it, you now have your brick being laid down in a rectangular form. Step 7. Allow the mold brick to dry and cure it after 24 hours. So when you finish removing your fixed wedges, you now need to allow the brick or the block to dry. So the drying will take a longer period or longer days to dry completely. But 24 hours after molding, this is where your curing process must start. So curing is a method of sprinkling water onto bricks or blocks 24 hours after molding. This is done to increase the strength of your brick or blocks. So when one finishes molding the bricks and blocks 24 hours later, you now sprinkle your water on your ready-made bricks and blocks. By so doing, you are now increasing the strength of your brick and your block. And this will help the brick to be very durable and at the same time to last for a longer period. So it is not only brick that we cure, but we can cure brick and at the same time we can cure that of blocks. Now today's homework. 1. Explain the term curing of bricks and blocks. Question 2. Explain why mold box should be oiled before filling with mortar. Then the last question, list in order the process of molding bricks. So this is our homework for today. Next strand is metal, And at the metal, we'll be looking at medium carbon steel. So when you finish all your homework, if you have any previous homework to submit, please don't forget to do so. So you direct all your questions, all your answers, your observation through my email sagacious59@gmail.com or through my WhatsApp number 0240 900 650. At the same time, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at One Sagacious. And by so doing, any new lesson that I post, you will get the notification to be updated with every current lesson that comes your way. This is where we end for today. See you on another blessed day, and bye for now.